Hey guys, Wildlife Studios here, and today we're going to go over the Human Character-Based Tool updates for Unreal Engine 5.6. This includes support for the new MetaHuman character creator that is built into Unreal Engine. So first things first, you'll want to go into your plugins and you'll want to search for MetaHuman. I do want to say, if you're familiar with the 5.5 and 5.4 workflow, Bridge is still supported, so you can still use the old, as long as it's still available. Let me put it that way. As long as Bridge and MetaHuman are still available, with the classical workflow, you can still go and use Bridge and import the same way, and the character-based tool is still compatible. But going forward, if you would like to take advantage of the new clothing system that is built into Unreal Engine, you'll want to enable all of these, and you'll want to go with a new workflow. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to compile shaders. Oh, come on, you don't get almost all the way there and then freeze on me. So once we get this loaded up, hooray. Okay. From here in the character-based tool, what you'll notice is you'll have this map section, and in the human example map, if we hit play, we'll just load into standard Unreal Engine character. However, this character that's loading is this tool set here. So if we come to the root direct, actually we could create a new folder, we could just come anywhere, but once you've enabled the MetaHuman plugin, you'll see this MetaHuman option when you right click the context menu, content browser. And if you go to MetaHuman Creator, we can just do like a test guy, right? And if you double click on test guy, similar to the Bridge Online version or Pixel Stream version of MetaHuman Creator, we now have the presets that you're familiar with. We have body, head, materials, and a couple of other options that I'll go over here in a second. What you will notice is that you don't get, the clothing options that you would have from Bridge. This has a completely different clothing system. Epic has wonderful tutorials on how to go grab those assets off of Fab, but for this example, we're just going to use the default clothing that's built in. However, I have updated the tool to be compatible with the clothing system, so you'll see that here in a second. So we'll just pick AO or Oi. I'm probably butchering this fella's name. And then from here, we'll just go to, I think the body and everything should be okay. We'll go to download the source textures, and I'm just going to pick 2K because that's going to be relatively quick. So this is going to be like whenever you select your fidelity when you're exporting from Bridge. Pretty much the same process here. And then when you go to assemble, you're going to want to pick your quality here as well, like UE optimize. How do you want to assemble the character? But before you can do that, you're going to need to create your rig. So you can create joints only, or you can create the full rig, which includes facial animations. I think we'll just go with the joints only rig. which I'm not technically, like, I'm not really familiar with how complicated the rig is for the UE sign rig, complete rig, or the joints only rig. You could technically create the full rig. We could, yeah. So the face auto rig happens, and you shouldn't get a warning. Everything should just come over smoothly. But when you assemble, you can actually pick the assembly method that you want. UE sign is cinema, basically, complete. And then I'm going to pick UE optimize because it's going to be closer to what we would want for like a playable character. But maybe you want the full rig in your game. That's an option too if you'd like that. The mHuman character base tool doesn't really care. I'm gonna pause this while the rigging is taking place. Okay, so that is done. Yeah, so we'll just go optimized real quick. High quality is fine, and then we will assemble. Now this has gone over like how you would do this. Obviously, if you've already set up your MetaHuman, you've already, tweaked all of the values that you want for the face or the body, etc. This process would be a lot quicker because he would already be rigged and he would already be at a place where you could just come in and hit assemble. And this is the equivalent of hitting export and bridge, where it puts it into the MetaHumans with an S folder, and that would be the same asset that bridge would create. However, the 5.6 version of this has been updated because the MetaHuman creator inside of the engine includes the extra skeletal mesh data for clothing to be able to be swapped out. So once your character is done assembling, you can leave this screen. We're going to just hit save on this guy. This is the editable character in the MetaHuman creator. And then if you look in the MetaHumans folder, you'll see test guy is shoved into a test guy folder. If I drag him out into the scene, he's going to wig out for a second. His groom's going to attach to him, but he looks pretty decent, right? So we'll just blow him away because, again, this is just an actor with data. So we'll hit save on him just so we have him saved. We'll hop back over to the tool set. We'll open the tool set up. You'll scroll down to the MetaHuman data that you want to bind to, and you'll select your test guy. So this part of the process is pretty much the same as the previous 5.5.5.4 version. You would hit compile. The tool set is going to automatically detect the MetaHuman and the character. When you hit play, you will see he's now ready to go. Fully functional, working IK. Animations are targeted the way that you would expect. The groom is simulating the way that you would expect. And if we full screen here, you can see that he is of pretty decent quality for gameplay. I hope you guys, I hope this gets you guys started relatively quickly and gets you up and going with the new MetaHuman creator that is in 5.6. As always, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Join the Wild Ox Studios Discord. Consider joining the YouTube family, and reach out in Discord in the support channels if you have any issues or would like some guidance or support. Until next time.